Tall grass whispers in the hills when the wind blows. See you dreaming deep in the willows. Two boys tumbling, chasing shadows. See you smiling, lost in the echoes. Follow me through tall grass. We could walk for hours. Hide me on this hillside. Maybe we won't make our way back home. The tall grass calls, I am here alone. The hills have vanished, the blackbird is silent. I see you stumbling, you're off in the distance. And two boys whisper, father's dying. The tall grass withers, the willows are crying. Follow me through tall grass. We could walk for hours. Hide me on this hillside. Maybe we won't make our way back home. The tall grass calls, and I am ever known. Follow me through tall grass. We could walk for hours and hide me on this hillside. Maybe we won't make our way back home. Maybe we won't make our way back home. The tall grass calls, and I am here alone. Can you hear me okay? That should be the first words out of my mouth on these things here, really. Good to see you guys. If you can't hear me, then you see me flapping my lips, so let me know that you can hear me. I'm watching some of the chats here. Sean, Terry, yes, I do have the cello banjo. And you're requesting a tune called... Stephanie just told me if I can expand the view on Instagram. Actually, I'm doing it from the OBS platform, so I can't do this with it, unfortunately. That's why I'm trying to get right in the center so that people on Instagram can see me. Until I get that figured out, I'm this close to having that figured out, or they are. So, apologies to all the folks on Instagram. You get a little slice of my my life here. So, Sean Terry. So yes, the cello banjo is here, but you're requesting Black Oak, and that was an improvisational tune for that label for Blue Coast. So I don't know that tune. I wrote it on the spot. I should go back and listen and see if it's something that I could recreate, because I have had other requests for that one. Still waiting for someone to tell me that you can hear me, so hit me with some comments here. Let me go look at one of the other platforms, see if I got any Twitchers. Looking at Instagram. I see people watching me on Instagram, strangely. Okay. Let me go over to Twitch. Hey, Twitch folks. Is anyone over there? Not yet. I'm a Twitch newbie, folks. Anyway, if you're just joining in, I am Tony Furtado. And this is the basement of Squirrelville, what we lovingly call Squirrelville, our house here in Portland. Oh, here we go. One of the most favorite... Oh, thanks, John. Can hear you on YouTube. Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate that. And if anyone's got requests, hit me up. I'll do another tune on the cello banjo, though. I'll do an instrumental. I'll do one of my newer banjo tunes. This is called Greenheart. And I've got plenty of things to tell you about, so if you got some friends that might be interested in watching this, go pass the stream along to some folks too. Share it. Do whatever you got to. Let's get some eyeballs on the show. Here we go. This is called Greenheart. Hey Paula, how you doing? So that was Greenheart. That was the cello banjo. It's going to be sitting over here in case anyone else wants to hear something else from that thing. You just let me know. I'm just here hanging out, picking tunes, chatting, see if anyone's talking to me. There's not too many people talking to me. Not too many people online tonight, huh? Just a handful on each of the streams. It is a Sunday night. And it's good to be here. I got some things to talk about, but I'll wait a little bit. I'll keep playing some tunes. Song for early. I think I could probably do that. That's a pretty one. Boy, let me see if I remember that on the guitar. I wrote that for a good friend of mine's daughter, whose name is Early. If I don't remember, I've got my booklet over here. I keep getting these requests for songs that I haven't done in so long that it's probably a good idea for me to have that book sitting there. That's it, right? Let me put this slide down for a second. Ooh, Cypress Grove. That'd be fun, too. All right, keep them coming, you guys. That's good, that's good. I think I do Song for Early maybe a little bit different than in my book because I'm doing it in D tuning. Let me look. Here's the book. Let me look up Song for Early. Song for Early is page. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Is it in my book? There it is, page 30. All right. So yeah, I put it in here. I used to do it. I wrote it in G tuning, and I put it in here in G tuning. Oh, bless your heart. You go for that. It's a little trickier in G tuning, as I recall. I could do it in D tuning though, I think. Let me see here. It's been a minute since I did that one. I love playing that one, but yeah, it's... thanks for requesting that one. That one's called Song for Early. If you want to check that out. The first time I recorded that was on my album called Roll My Blues Away. It was the first time I recorded slide guitar. In fact, on this very guitar. Back in, when was that? 94 or 95? Something like that. Yeah, I instantly discovered that I loved recording slide guitar tunes. And that one was mostly, for the most part, just kind of finger style. There's not a lot of slide in that one. Keep hitting me. Keep hitting me with the request. I see Cypress Grove sitting there like a sore thumb. I will do it. Maybe I'll warm up to that one. It's got a lot of notes in it. How you guys doing? So I'm coming to you from war-torn Portland. Oh, so much to say, but I won't. We are doing just fine here, folks. So, yeah, seems like it's doing fine out there too. So, keep on hitting me. Maybe I'll get that. I'll start tuning it down. I'll start getting ready for the Cypress Grove. I usually have my guitar tuned in open D. Peggio, that'd be fun. I love doing Peggio. Thanks for that, Sean. Let me go see if I got any. Oh, there we go. Looking over at Instagram too, because I have to do that separately from this other chat. So, hey man, ha. Careful out there. Oh, yeah, careful out here, right? I know, right? So many jokes. Don't need to say them. So, and I'm going to go check out Twitch. Any folks over at Twitch yet? Or are we not twitching too much here? How do I get onto this? There it is. Yeah, all right. If you got any friends that do Twitch, tell them I'm over there too. I see one person watching me over there. Whoever you are out there in Twitch land, go ahead and shoot me a message if you want to. And believe it or not, I'm streaming to LinkedIn. Somehow I am streaming to LinkedIn. Let me see. How do I find out where my stream is on LinkedIn? Is it? I know it's here somewhere, right? Did it not transfer over? Oh, I'm so awesome with this technological stuff. There it is. And, yep. All right. I am on LinkedIn too. I'm going to put a little chat note up here. Hey. How do you even spell LinkedIn? There we go. LinkedIn. Nice to see y'all. There we go. Okay. Going back to the restream chat so I can see everyone's stuff over here. All right. I could do a little Cypress Grove blues. I do have some cool news to tell you guys too about new music. New music that I'll be releasing very soon. So stay tuned for that. I'd rather be buried in some cypress grove. I'd rather be buried in some cypress grove than to have some warring lord that I can't control. I'm going away, going west. I'm going away, going told me, baby, but I never did know. Yeah, the old people told me, baby, but I never did know. Oh, the good book declares that you got to eat just what you sow. Your knee bone is aching and your body's cold. Your knee bone is aching and your body's cold. You're just getting ready, just getting ready, just getting ready, honey, for the cypress grove. I had someone tell me once that you're doing it right if you get so relaxed that you drool. That's what I did. I drooled in the middle of that song. Catch it? God, it's gross. I saw some comments coming in here. I'm going to go check them out. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? I'm glad you found it. Yay. All right. How about Golden? God, I'd love to do Golden. What else here? Peggy-O. Yeah, we got a couple votes for Peggy-O. Sounds so good, Tony. Love your unique style. Ordered your sheet music and have been trying to learn how to play some of your songs. Not easy, haha. You are truly a maestro. Well, thank you very much. That or I'm just a whack job with the fingering. I don't know. Hit me up if you ever got questions on the music stuff. Trying to figure out the tunes. Happy to answer anything. Tony Furtado, #5 @gmail.com. Easy to get a hold of. Thanks, Kurt. Yeah, that was that was a waker-upper for the old hand here. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed doing that one. Let me tune it back up. I'll do another song and then maybe I'll do some chatting about little bit of news and stuff, yeah. Good stuff coming up. How about Golden? I'll do Golden. Get the capo. Oh, there's the better slide. That's the slide I need right there. That other one's tripping me out and making me drool and stuff. I got shows coming up for if you're in California, or if you got friends down near Monterey and Gilroy. Got a couple shows coming up next weekend with Luke Price and Simon Crispin are with me on those 2 shows. So this song, Golden, I wrote this, in fact, in this very basement right here. I started it upstairs when I was fever sick. I had a little tenor guitar upstairs with me, started writing a little melody, and then I brought it downstairs. And this basement did not look as good as it does right now. It was before we had it finished out a little bit. I remember sitting on that tenor guitar and just kind of trying to come up with some words that meant something, and I kind of accessed memories from a relationship, long distance relationship that I had that didn't work out. Just trying to look at it with kind of a kind eye not from the future, but from from where I was looking back, and thinking about what I went through and what she went through. And at the time I was listening to a lot of Sigur Rós. You guys heard of that? If you never heard Sigur Rós, they're amazing. Icelandic kind of alternative, gorgeous melodies and gorgeous harmonies. I don't know what the hell they're singing about, because you can't know, because they're singing in a made-up language, believe it or not. It's nice, not Icelandic. Because I know Iceland. No, I'm just kidding. And I know that some melodic stuff that happens in this song was probably influenced by listening to that band. So this is called Golden. Standing with your mother's horseshoes and her name, leaves and things are scattered, and no one knows your pain, like a whisper in the morning. Watch you fade away. Are you golden, broken moments? They can't make me stay. They can't make me stay. Spinning past your shadow, lost and wasting days. I rush the open window and fly me from this place. For the last time, all these white lines, I watch them as they fade. Are you golden, broken? They can't make me stay. They can't make me stay. fade away. Are you golden, broken moments? They can't make me stay. They can't make me stay. That was golden. Thanks for requesting that one. I think I'm going to play some banjo. No one's requested banjo, but that's okay. I'm still going to do it anyway. What else? I'm going to go check the Instagram. Check in on the Instagram, folks. They're the first to leave, too, because you only can stream to them for, what is it, an hour? I haven't figured out the best way to do it. Oh, yeah, okay. Reminiscent of Turkey Day mornings at KG&U. What? That was an older comment. Not sure what that is. All right, that's good. I like it, regardless of what it means. And how we doing over at Twitch? We got 2. Hey, 2 people at Twitch. Nice, 2 people. Share the stream over there at Twitch. I've got, like, what have I got over there? 59 followers on Twitch. Still working on that. You know, one thing I'm planning on doing, this is part of the news, I'm planning on doing some sort of weekly stream. Don't know how that's going to happen, but it might be Sundays, it might be a different day, and what I think I'm going to do is from the rabbit hole, which is what I'm calling my studio lately, my sculpting studio. The rabbit hole. So, and if I do that, I might put more focus on the Twitch, you know, do it from Twitch or maybe a couple of platforms like Twitch and YouTube kind of thing. And is there a limit on requests, Sean? No, there isn't. If I can do it, I will, of course. Sorry. I digress. So the weekly thing, what I'm hoping to do with it is just like a check-in, like maybe 20 minutes, half hour, and show you the artwork that I'm working on. I'm going to show you some of the artwork pretty soon here too that I've been working on, and talk a little more about that. But for now, let's get the old banjo. You guys are cool with the banjo, right? I think I'm going to do a couple of tunes back to back. One of them, I think it must have been the first tune I ever wrote when I was about 17 or 18 years old. It's just a pretty little waltz that I ended up playing at a friend's wedding when I was a kid. And I also, the place that got married was the Old Homestead. So I ended up calling it the Old Homestead Waltz. I also played it in the National Banjo Championship when I was 19 when I won that. It was one of the tunes that I used to do that. But the reason I'm picking it to do right now is, for some reason, it's like my second most played tune on Spotify. I don't know how the heck that happened, but if you look me up on Spotify, it's like second or third most played of my tunes. So, Drake's Bay. Carl, you want Drake's Bay? Boy, if I can remember how to do it. If I finally found where to comment. All right, Nancy. Thanks for the live music. Portlandia or another instrumental. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to start with these two tunes. Neither of them are Portlandia or Drake's Bay or Hazel Comes Home. Sorry, but I'll do another banjo medley. So I'm going to go Old Homestead Waltz and then maybe Squirrelville, which is named after this house right here. played Old Homestead Waltz in a long time. And you know what? I'm guessing I have this tuned down a half step low. Let's see. Yep, totally right. It just felt so good. Connie, enjoying the music from Michigan. Well, hey there in Michigan. Good to see ya. I love Michigan. Must be late there. I got a line of I've got a line of requests, and I'm gonna get to those after I share something with you guys. So I was gonna share some art stuff with you right now, because as some of you know what? If you're on Instagram, I'm probably gonna lose you soon. And also, I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm going to post, so you might want to pop back over from one of these other channels. Oh, let's see. Speed limit 79. So sick. I love jamming with you and Luke here in Virginia. Hope to do it again soon. Get back out here. Thanks. Speed limit 79. Appreciate that. But like I say, if you're on Instagram and you want to see these pictures a little bit better, you might want to pop over to YouTube or Facebook or something for the time being. Anyway, here comes. So I'm going to do it's a slideshow thing I figured out how to do with my streaming software. There it is. Here we go. I'll put him a little closer. And I'll just kind of talk about, that's a raven, obviously, that I made for a recent show at Gallery 301. Oh, and this is, this guy is a commission piece I did for a gentleman who wanted a life-size owl. And this is one of my house series. I'm doing a series of these crazy houses that they're all going to have different weird things about them. It's all going to cycle through again, too. Oh, these are the picas. These picas, I put them at 301 Gallery for a show that was focused on nature from around here. They sold pretty quick. This is one of those houses. It's kind of like a Tetris piece. It's here. It's a shot in a gallery in East Portland. There it is again. Got to give it a good name. I'm doing a few of these kind of odd-shaped weirdo houses. I love messing with them. They're fun. Oh, there's that owl again. It's a spotted owl. It's life-size too. Boy, that was fun to make. Gentleman wanted to hang it at his house in Sisters, Oregon. And here's another one of those houses. This is just kind of the straight up kind of Tim Burton-esque thing. I do a bunch of those. They're fun. It's a new concept for me over the past year. This is another one of those houses. I'm going to make this one bigger so you can see it a little bit. There. Looks like a house that's right around the corner from my studio, in fact. Oh, and this one was fun. This one's kind of a surreal piece, I guess you would say. Not much to say about it unless you ask. I could give you a line on that, but and this is kind of a cross between doing a structure and an animal. So I'm having fun blending the things that I do and coming up with these different ones. This was also for 301 Gallery, but he never got hung there, or she. They are hanging at the Falcon, where my studio is. And there's Edgar again. That's his name, Edgar. Edgar the Raven. I think he's still at 301 Gallery hanging out, if you ever want to see him up close. A nice close-up of that commission piece I did. By the way, I am open to commission pieces. I love doing those. This is kind of the twisty house. I love that one. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. You saw enough of those. Image slideshow. Turn that off. I'm going to pop the tip jar up just in case anyone's getting tipsy. So yeah, I love doing commissioned pieces. If anyone has any ideas or is interested in any of those pieces, you just send me an email and I'll talk to you more about it. But you know, those weekly streams, I'm hoping to kind of feature more pieces, maybe give some deals, discounts on some of my production pieces that I like to make. So the fox, you like the fox, Paula? That was a fun one to make. It took me a minute because you got to get the curvature just right on that back. I had it curving in a weird way that just, I had it flat on a table, and someone looked at it and said, "Oh, it's not dead, is it?" It's like, no. He's jumping. So I had to get the curve just right, so it looked just right. So, so that's that news. That is some kind of news, right? Okay, let me see. Are my Instagrammers still with me? You guys still out there? Looks like it's still going. Hey, all right. Good to see. Well, might not be for very long, but you know, if it goes away, come join me from YouTube or something. Maybe I should throw that out in the chat. Join me here if this goes. Hurry up away. www.youtube.com/Tony Furtado music/live. Okay. I hope that's right. I think it's right. Posting. There we go. Okay. And I'm back. So I'm going to hit one of these requests. Someone requested Peggio. And I love doing Peggio. So I'm going to do that right now. Ooh, doesn't sound great, does it? Last digits of my phone, 4808. That's for Venmo. Someone wanted it last. I thought I posted that somewhere, but I guess not. I guess I could put that in the thingy, couldn't I? Little Peggio. After I do this song, I'll talk about that song I'm about to release very soon. And I'll play a little snippet from the new recording too. So stick around, don't go anywhere. Dan Sharp. I just have to say hey to my brother-in-law Dan Sharp, who's recovering from a bit of a surgery. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're feeling okay. Good to see that you and Marty are watching. Heal up, buddy. Anyway, I'm going back to the tune. As we rode out Venerio, as we rode out Venerio, the captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and he called her by name, Pretty Peggio. Will you marry me, Pretty Peggio? Will you marry me, Peggio? If you'd marry me, set your city free, and free all the people in the area. marry you, sweet William O. Well, I'd marry you, sweet William O. I would marry you, but your guineas are too few. I fear my mama would be angry, oh. What would your mama think, pretty Peggy, oh? What would your mama think, pretty Peggy, oh? What would your mama think? She heard my guineas clean, saw me marching at the head of my soldiers, oh. If ever I return, pretty Peggy, oh. If ever I return, pretty Peggy, oh. If ever I return, your city I will burn and destroy all the people in the area, oh. Come stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy, oh. Come stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy, oh. Come stepping down the stairs, let down your yellow hair, and bid your last farewell to William O. Sweet William is dead, pretty Peggy, oh. Sweet William, he is dead, pretty Peggy, oh. Sweet William, he is dead. He died for a May, and he lies in the Louisiana country, oh. As we rode out Funario, the captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and he called her by name, pretty Peggy, oh. Doing that one. Peggy-O, such a pretty song. The old song too. Old Scottish song. You might have heard the Grateful Dead do it. Anyway, I'm going to share something with you guys, okay? Hey, Cindy Lou. Took you a while to find this, huh? The link on the event page wasn't working. That's not fun. Sorry about that. I think with something like this, you mainly, if you go to my home page, it should pop up at the top of my news feed or whatever, the wall or something. Oh, social media. So I have a song that's going to come out really soon because I got the final mix for it, and I'm going to release it as a single. Let me tell you about it. Let me go over here to my other page. I'm going to go away from all the comments, so I'm not going to see if you got something to say. Hopefully Instagram is still with me. So I wrote this song that's, I'm calling it The Immigrant. Couldn't think of a better name. It just kind of is very fitting. It was inspired by a number of things. One is by, my opinion here, the horrible treatment that immigrants are getting right now. I don't like it. I tend to stay away from political stuff, but that just doesn't feel political to me. I see it, it's happening. It was also inspired by my thinking back in my own ancestry, looking back where the Furtados came from. They came from Portugal. They came from the Azore Islands, the Furtados, and there was also the Sousas. I guess that name started off as Suarez, as my grandma used to tell me. She spoke Portuguese. The other side was my mom's side. In fact, thinking more about the Portuguese immigrants, they came over. They went to Massachusetts, and then a bunch of them came over to California. And I know some of them ended up working in farms in the Central Valley. One of them owned a big tract of land. And my dad used to go out and work on his farm in the summers, I believe. I got to talk to Mom more about that, but that's the stories I heard. And Grandma and Grandpa were kind of country folks, On the other side, my mom's side, the Italians, they came from Sicily, ended up in New Haven, Connecticut, the Buemis. And then my grandma married a gentleman with the last name of Parlett, and he was a mixture of French, German, and English, and they ended up in Baltimore hundreds of years ago. So I got this big old mix. And I imagine every single one of those folks that came over, scared, possibly alone, not sure what they're going to do, but hoping for a better life. Used to be enough to come over here, hoping for a better life, hoping to survive, So this song is my way of putting myself in that frame of mind of coming over from another country and hoping to survive or have a better life. I'll play it for you first. I'll play the song for you, and then I'll play a little clip of the actual recording we finished up. It's called The Immigrant. But I'm not going to do it in A flat. I'm going to do it in G. That'll be better for my voice. I was gone before the winter broke, carried by the words my father spoke, cast upon this long and ragged path, never to look back. In every tender step is shadow cast, till we find a place to rest at last. Broken souls upon the borderline, every heart alive, every heart alive. I would work your fields and factories, I would learn to speak in your tongue. I didn't leave my home and family only to become a refugee. And the righteous with their flags unfurled full of spite and fear of our old world, with their ancient names lost in the dust. They are lost like us, lost like all of us. We would work your fields and factories, we would learn to speak in your tongue. We didn't leave our home and family only to become refugees. And I'm alive, but I've carried these memories full of love and melody. But these walls won't fall until we rise with every heart alive, every heart alive. I have worked your fields and factories, I have learned to speak in your tongue. I didn't build my home and family only to become, only to become a deportee. Okay, well that's that song. So I was going to play you just a little snippet of that. Let's see, I have it saved here, right here. Let's see what happens. Tell me if you can hear this all right, because I've never done this particular thing before. Here comes, here's just a little snippet. I would work your fields and factories, I would learn to speak in your tongue. I didn't leave my home and family only to become a refugee. And the righteous with their flags unfurled, full of spite and fear of our old world, and their ancient names lost in the dust. They are lost like us, lost like all of us. There you go. I just played you. I don't know what I played because I can't listen to it at the same time as playing it for you because it creates this crazy echo. So I played you a little chunk. Hopefully it's not still playing, is it? Okay, no. Anyway, I'm hoping to release that, I don't know, sometime in the next few weeks. So if you want to hear when it's going to be released and all that business, go to my website. You can sign up on my email list. Please help me spread the song, because it was one of those that it felt really good to write. You know, it's a message that comes from the heart, and it's the first time I really feel like it's a song I want to share for, you know, the times and what's happening right now. So thanks, Sean. How do you say G-A-E? Is it gay? Thank you. So, what can I do now? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go back and get those banjo instrumentals that you guys requested. Happy to do that. So, let's see. Thanks, Carl. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that, that was as bad as it sounded. Sorry about that. I know I had requests for tunes in double C tuning, like I Will. What was the other one? Hazel Comes Home, and Portlandia. Boy, Portlandia, can I still do that? That might be all I remember. Oh, maybe. No, that's about all I remember of Portlandia. I knew I was going to run into a stumbling block. I got that first part pretty good, though. So I'll do I Will, and not Here Comes the Sun. I'll do I Will and Hazel Comes Home. Oh, Drake's Bay was the other one. No, that's Do you mind if I practice the tune first? Let me see. I think that Drake's Bay is not going to happen. But I always loved that tune, though. And this is why I always ask people to hit me up with a request before the stream. Then I can warm up on them. So I will do these other two. The first tune is something I've done a bazillion times. I worked it out in the parking lot of a DMV. It's a Beatles tune, and I worked it out and told my friend Alison Krauss that I was going to do it as a banjo solo piece. And she said, you ought to get me to sing it on your album. So I said, oh, okay, let's make that happen. So we did. I had her sing it on that album back in the early 90s. And then they did a compilation album. They plucked it from my album, put on hers, and boy, did that album sell a lot more than my banjo album sold. So that's called I Will. Oh, and a funny story about that. Our son Liam, who's now 13, he's 13. He's a Beatles fan. He plays the piano amazingly, and one day we were in the van, and I had Sirius Satellite Beatles channel on, and I was looking down, and I saw that that tune came up on the Beatles channel. I look over at Liam, and he was like, Dad, you're on the Beatles channel. I was like, yes, I'm cool again. All right, that was cool again for a minute. So I'll go I Will into Hazel Comes Home. Oh, I got some more comments. Nothing better than a son thinking his father is... Well, okay. I'll take that. Could I do water slide while I had the banjo out? Well, you know what I put over here, just in case someone requested water slide, was my dobro banjo. You ever seen one of those? I've played it on this show a few times. It's this thing right here. I love this instrument. I just never bring it on tour with me. I'm gonna go peek over here at wow, Instagram is still going. I guess they must have changed the rules or something. I guess it still goes. Good to know. I'm gonna go check over at Twitch. Got any friends over at Twitch yet? One over there. Hey Twitch. Hey, one person over there. I am not big in Twitch land. How about LinkedIn? I'm kind of curious if anyone's watching from LinkedIn. Let me look. I don't know. I can't tell. If you're in LinkedIn, if you're watching from there, let me know. I want to know if I should bother to keep... I think most of the people are watching from YouTube, maybe. This is good information for me, folks. All right. So this tune... I got this instrument from what was at the time the Dobro Company. Look, you can see all the apparatus and the reflection. Isn't that cool? The Dobro Company. I had a deal with them back in the 90s. They made this thing called a Dobro banjo, which a lot of people like to call the dojo. The Dobro Company, I don't believe exists anymore, so these are not made anymore, so they're hard to find. But I worked with them to get them to make it the way I wanted it, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's got an interesting sound, needs a little bit of work. One thing I love about it, I don't know if you can see this, I'll try to get it up close. You can see that crackling look. That's, you know what that's from? That's because I lived in Colorado for 6 years. And sometimes, because I was in my 20s, I wouldn't take my instrument out of my car. And then I'd take it out of the car and bring it into a warm house. And it would, it just cracked. It cracked all the varnish, the really thick varnish on there, or whatever you call that. I guess it's varnish. So, but I like it. I like the fish scaling. And this tune I actually wrote in Colorado. I wrote it in Montrose, Colorado, when I was at a gig in Telluride and on a stopover in Montrose, and I had about 3 hours to kill. So I pulled out the banjo and a slide and whipped out this tune real quick, and I asked my old band leader friend Lori Lewis. I said, "Here, listen to this tune. What do you think I should call it? Because to me it sounds like nautical, and it sounds..." And I'm playing it with a slide. She said, "Well, call it water slide." I was like, "All right, that's good." How you gonna name a banjo tune? Naming banjo tunes is like naming diseases, you know, except it's a banjo tune. Debbie, you subscribed and I'm on your TV. It's awesome. Hey, I'm on Debbie's TV. I love it. the time, ending with that. Because I got nothing else to do. There's no clapping. There's no clapping. But that's okay. So that's water slide. All right? You got another request? I'm still hanging. I'm not dropping yet. What'd you say? Turned on the radio in the cuts on day, and bam, there you were. Hey, you lost reception. Pulled over the next holler, found the radio's number, called and asked. Been a fan ever since. Aw, that's super cool. I love that story. Thanks. I'm not sure what your name is. There is Bull. Tara's Bull. Cool name. Tell me what your name is. Then I can say it correctly. Scott, great song and story. Thanks. I love your name, Crankala. Cool. Down Greasy Creek. I have to think about that. I might do that. Let me do another singing song first. Ian. All right, Ian. Good. That's your name. I will call you Ian. And you want Down Greasy Creek. But I want to do something else first. Because my time here is limited at this point. Because I've been on for about an hour and a half. Look at that. Wow, Instagram's still going. Good. Good to know that they'll keep it rolling. I like that. How we doing over in Twitch land? Hey, we got 2 people over there. Twitch. Hey. Good to know you're there. All right. Let's see. What song am I going to sing? Good to meet you too, Ian. Where are you at, Ian? Because you pulled over in the next holler. That makes me think of Kentucky. Hey Daniel, how you doing? I see you're here. Ian, you're in Los Angeles. You were in Humboldt. Cool, all right, good deal. My home state of California. Debbie, you need to Google what Twitch is. Can you imagine saying that 20 years ago? I need to Google what Twitch is. I've got my evening routine running. I fly through the wires, my electrons are humming. And I'm shaping and shifting from circuit to shadow. I see what you're dreaming. Soul is my window, and I can't use things you own. I don't want your flesh and bone. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. My vision is X-ray, my body's electric. I see what I'm needing. Soul is magnetic, and I'm going through your memories, holding your history, locked on and spinning. You got no way to stop me, and I can't use things you own. I don't want your flesh and bone. But give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. And I can't use things you own. I don't want your flesh and bone. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Give me your soul. It's called "Give Me Your Soul," and in the middle of it, I always put this tune I wrote called "Firecracker." Ian, you're in Los Angeles. Well, to all my California friends, I got 2 shows coming up next weekend. A little bit far from LA, unless you want to make a road trip. I'm playing in Monterey and Gilroy. Gilroy is on this coming Thursday. What is that, the 9th? And then the 10th is in Monterey. And it's all on my website. I'm going to be coming down with Luke Price on fiddle. Amazing fiddle player. 5-time national champion. And also Simon Chrisman on the hammer dulcimer. You seen that? You play it with these little 2 hammers. Amazing, amazing instrumentalist. So trio shows. The show in Gilroy on Thursday is a place just called The Barn. You can access that from my website, tickets for that, as well as the Monterey show is at something called the Otter Opry. And that's, I guess, presented by the California Bluegrass Association, or some of the members. So be sure and come on up, or come on out, or tell your friends. This sure has been a pleasure playing for you guys. Sure appreciate everyone tuning in. Oh, great, you have family in both cities. Well, also, I'm coming down again in December with just me and Luke, and we're going to be playing in, let me think about this, Sacramento on December. It's in the middle of December. I think it's the 11th, 12th, and 13th, around there. So we're playing Sacramento, Berkeley, and Occidental. So 3 places. That's in December. But next week is Gilroy and Monterey, October 9th and 10th. Cool? All right. And if you missed some of the stuff I talked about, the new song that's going to be released in a few weeks, it's called The Immigrant. Watch out for that. I'll be spreading plenty of news on Facebook and all my socials and email list. Get on my email list. You just go to my website, TonyFurtado.com. And I'll be putting out news about that. And hopefully doing a weekly stream of some sort. It might be a shorty kind of thing from the Rabbit Hole, which is what I'm calling my studio, my sculpture studio, the Rabbit Hole. So live from the Rabbit Hole. It's going to be hopefully a weekly stream, maybe bi-weekly. We'll see what happens. Just to kind of check in, play a couple tunes, show you the things I'm working on, offer deals and discounts on artwork and stuff. So keep in touch with me. The Baked Potato, I know about that place. Ian, yeah, definitely do. Lindsay, hey, there you are. You seeing me? Okay, cool. That's going to be, I think it's the 11th or 12th. I'll tell you about that. It's going to be at 5th Street Farms is what it's called. It's a great place to see music. So be in touch with me. God, good to see everyone out here. Please do support live music. Always, always. We need your help. We need you coming out to see us live. That helps keep us all going. And keep in touch, folks. I'm going to try to figure out how to turn all the streams off at once. I'm not sure how to do this without screwing things up. I know that I don't want to lose all the chat stuff in YouTube. So give me a second here. How do I do this? Just don't know how. Edit video. And like I said, do keep in touch with me if you have any questions about any stuff, okay? And let me go over here and say good night to you folks. It's been good. It's been good to know you.